Good morning. I hope everyone's having a fantastic start to their day and cap to their week. We have a few things to talk about today, including a major Pokémon leak, an update on the next Super Smash Bros. Game, and another secret surprise I'll be sharing towards the end of the video. I hope you're all as excited as I am for today's news headlines, so let's get started. First, let's discuss the fact that we might actually be seeing a new Smash Bros. Game pretty soon after the Switch 2 releases next year. In case you missed it, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate just got an update this week. While that doesn't seem to sound all that impressive on its own, especially since the update was basically nothing, the real kicker here is that there's a trail to follow. The previous update was in February, earlier this year. Before that update though, the last update for the game was actually as far back as 2021, basically right after the final DLC fighter, Sora, was released. The studio, Bandai Namco, essentially disbanded from their work on the game after that, so why then are we suddenly seeing updates for the game again in 2024, especially when the updates are so minor? Well, if you know anything about game development practices, I think the writing is on the wall pretty clear here. The studio is back in action working on the Smash Bros. IP for something, meaning we'll either be seeing a port of Ultimate on Switch 2 with some new additions, or we'll be seeing an entirely new Smash Bros. Game on Switch 2, likely within the first 2 years of the system's life, much like Ultimate, meaning as early as 2025 or as late as Q4 of 2026. Unfortunately, I'm a bit torn on this. Ultimate really was just that, the ultimate version of the game. It had every character, and Masahiro Sakurai said they'll never be able to get the rights to all the characters again for a future Smash Bros. Game, meaning if we don't get a port, we're likely going to see a severe cut in character choice. He also previously mentioned completely rebooting the franchise's gameplay. He was originally going to do that for Smash 5 if he couldn't get the rights to the characters for Ultimate, so we'll probably be seeing that other idea come to fruition this time around. Time to get nervous for the character cuts, but possibly excited for new gameplay, I guess? Or maybe fearful of that too. There's really no easy answer here, and we could be seeing a Smash Bros. 3D arena fighter when it's all said and done. Nah, I kid. Well, kinda. Alright, so let's move on to the Pokemon leaks now. This one revolves around the starters for the game, and is brought to us by arguably the most prolific leaker in Pokemon history. On their Twitter page, Riddler shared with us 3 numbers. He gave us an ominous tweet that reads, 358. That's it, nothing else. Though I think we'd all be perfectly justified in assuming exactly what this is referring to. The generations that the starters for Pokémon Legends EA will be from. Before we dig deeper, I'd like to explain why this leak holds so much water. Riddler has proven himself time and time again to be someone with access to internal information on Pokemon games. It's as simple as that. They've correctly stated pretty much everything before the release of several Pokemon games, including Pokemon Legends Arceus. Ku also does so in the form of riddles or vague hints, such as the one we just saw. This not only keeps the leak season more fun and exciting, but also doesn't quite make you feel like you're getting spoiled on the games beforehand, since people might interpret the riddles differently. The biggest point I'm getting at, though, is that this isn't some fake Reddit leaker. It's not your dad's uncle's brother. This is a genuine, real deal leaker, and what they say is absolutely something you can trust is accurate for upcoming Pokemon games. Now back to who the starters themselves are. We've discussed the possible starter Pokemon in depth on this channel, and we're all in agreement that Snivy from Gen 5 is the most likely grass starter for the game. This seems to be even more possible now, thanks to this info from Ku. Now if Snivy is the grass starter, and it's starter Pokemon from generations 3 and 8 that will be surrounding them, my personal guess is that Torchic and Sobble will be the other two, mainly because we've also agreed Mudkip has no real ties to France or Paris, while Torchic represents France's national bird, the rooster. However, this is tough, because Generation 8 also has Cinderace, who embodies the sport of choice for the nation, soccer, aka football. However, this would leave the Gen 3 starter in a weird spot of having almost no relevance to the culture or ecosystem of France. So, dare I say, the starters are most likely going to be Snivy, Torchic, and Sobble. With Inteleon being a secret agent, hey, that's really European, right? James Bond has a British accent after all. Anyways, I digress. Let's turn our heads towards the last bit of news for the day. I'd like to start this segment with a question. Did you guys love the Mario movie? Did you guys love the Sonic movies that's been coming out? What about Detective Pikachu, or hey, any Pokemon movie ever? If so, how many of you want more? Zelda, Metroid, or perhaps the ultimate concept, a Super Smash Bros. Movie? Hello? Well, if you fall into any of those categories, then you're about to be really happy. I've worked together with a team of over 30 voice actors to bring you something very special. The Smash Bros. Cinematic Universe is a web series I've created that brings all your favorite characters together and feeds all your hungers for that Smash Bros. Crossover fantasy. From Pokemon to Zelda to Final Fantasy, I've created a story and produced a show that I just know you'll all love. I have 5 new episodes coming out soon, starting this Sunday, October 13th. Well, the first 6 episodes are already out, but don't just take my word for it, take a sneak peek. And afterwards, I'll link you to the first 6 episodes. And I hope you all tune in this Sunday at 12 p.m. Eastern Time for episode 7. And every Sunday after, up until episode 11. Here's the trailer.
Link, when or if we make it back, remind me to fire our castle designers. We'll be revamping Hyrule Castle to look more like this.
We need to start looking for miracles. The legendary Dark Witch is proclaiming to destroy us all in just a few days' time.
By Goddess, we're doomed.
I have my own way of fighting. Her name is Jigglypuff.
You want to ruin their lives the same way they ruined yours, don't you?
Yes.
We're approaching the final phase of our plan. Soon, the world will be anew.
Well, well, well. On a sunny day like today, there's only one thing missing. And that's some damn shade.
This shall be a slow, painful slaughter.
So, what did you guys think? Let me know your thoughts down below, and you can find a link to the Smash Cinematic Universe's first 6 episodes right here or down in the pinned comment, as well as our link to the starters for Pokemon Legends EA discussion. I've been johtojonny, and I'll catch you all there.